Okay, he takes back the bird neck part. SEGA!
But we got this week. And a couple of outlets on that, including Kotaku's, put this out, which I don't trust Kotaku too much on a lot of their stories, but we reconfirmed this one. But I mean, this is the best take on this. Man arrested for allegedly sending death threats to SEGA. The suspect said he was upset in losing in an online game. A 50-year-old resident of Tokugawa, Japan, was arrested on March 16th for sending repeated death threats to SEGA. According to Yumari, the suspect Akira Wanabe is said to have had sent 12 threatening emails between December 2021 and February of this year. He allegedly wrote that he would be setting the company on fire, kill employees, even according to the TBS News, kill the family and children of employees. Wanabe reported sent emails to SEGA's company contact form from his mobile phone. The suspect was arrested for obstruction of a business and has confessed to sending the emails saying that he had lost in an online game and was frustrated. Local Japanese media had not named the game. Kotaku has reached out to SEGA for comment but did not hear from prior to publications. The threats of SEGA fire invoked the Kyoto anime tragedy that left 36 dead in an attack that shook the nation and the world. Yeah, I remember that. This was someone who went nuts, who had hate for this animation studio. And of course, Japan's gonna feed right into this and go after the person that was doing this. And that's the way it should be. You're making death threats. You got to watch what you say out there, because if you're threatening a company with death and things like that, the law's going to come knocking on your door. In the past few years, there have been other incidents of people getting arrested for similar threats. For example, in September 2019, the Tokyo-based game company Akita received threats from its online contact form insinuating murder. It took a year for the possible perpetrator to be located. After a court case, a guilty verdict was finally handed down in October of 2021. In 2020, a high school student was arrested for allegedly threatening to blow up Konami and kill the company's staff. The suspect, who confessed to writing the threats, was upset over the connection issues with an online game that caused him to lose. Last year, a 21-year-old college senior was arrested after allegedly threatening to release a poison gas at an arcade. He apparently was upset at losing the crane game. Well, that in itself, the crane game, you should never play those things. Those things are a joke. But in Japan, they're very popular. But you could see, this is not something new. This is not something that just started today. This has been happening for quite some time. The anger, the threats, it's a video game. So what? I've been mad when I've lost in a video game. I've been to the situation where, this is why am I losing? My internet connection sucks. Am I blaming my internet provider for that? I find out if it is, I tweak it up, and that's all I can do. If it's their connection on their side, I don't play their game anymore. Plain and simple, don't play the game. If you're losing a lot and it's because of the game itself or the connection that you're making on there, go elsewhere. There are thousands and thousands of other games you could play. You don't need to stay with this game, and it's kind of ridiculous and stupid to the point. And you have to look at Japan in itself, because there is a mental issue problem, and it's coming across the world. You have depression, you have anger, you have isolation. This is the things that are happening, and these are the things that are already starting on this part of the world itself. There are people that are angry, that basically that are depressed, that they're isolating themselves, and not because of COVID. They're isolating themselves because of the way the world is going on right now. And you have to feel sorry for them. You have to really pity them because of what they're going through. But if you're making death threats and all that, if you do the crime, you're going to do the time. Plain and simple. So we'll see what happens with this. We'll probably get a lot of jail time for this particular person. We'll monitor the situation, and hopefully none of this is on there, because Sega's moving out of the arcade business to begin with, on there. So, I mean, there's going to be a point, and like I said, I'm surprised Microsoft hasn't bought them yet. But hey, listen, they're up for grabs. See what happens on there.